You're a big CRM user.
I am,
Yeah,
yes.
and
I have to be.
some would consider you probably an expert CRM user and a connoisseur of CRM. You've spoken.
Well, I'm sure that, yes, I'm sure that anyone that knows me on the line knows that I'm not a certified admin would probably cringe at you saying that. But what I specialize in is really actually CRM adoption. But it's even above CRM. It's the idea of process adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you seeing in the market relative to CRM?
Oh, it's booming. It's booming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
Companies are going through that evolution and that transition where they need to be more aware of what's happening inside of their business and what's to come. And so that forecasting aspect of CRM has been missing. So many organizations, and I've said this time and time again, so it's becoming like a tagline. And I have a conversation with my boss, Jeff, to thank for it. So many organizations have looked at CRM as a way to gauge what happened. It's like monitoring tool. Oh, here, we saw this happen, that happened. You sold
Looking
this,
backwards.
you sold that. Yeah. Looking in the rearview mirror. What CRM really should be doing is helping you to manage, redevelop process, and then forecast. And I think companies now are saying, man, I know everywhere my guy went, or my lady went, but they're not selling anymore. Why? Well, maybe it wasn't the right company to target in the first place. Let's take a step back and figure out what type of intelligence we could pump in through technology so that they don't spend their time and spin their wheels with a customer that's not actually a good fit.
Is there an urgency to get there, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of organizations, especially in the industrial manufacturing space or industrial equipment space, are kicking themselves that they didn't do this sooner. And, I could agree in some, aspects, but I think a lot of companies just culturally weren't ready for it. And I'm a big advocate for waiting until you are culturally ready, or that you have the leadership and the appetite to make that change.
You mentioned user adoption. Excuse me. If you're not culturally ready, CRM doesn't work. It's not a plug and play and just go.
No.
Right? The culture has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably another positive of the situation today is it's forcing people to get in and use it. And, you can easily sit back and say, well, you should have done that 3 years ago.
Sure.
Well, hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Yeah.
But that is probably a positive because I think everyone now is sitting back saying, geez, I really could use the benefits, the functionality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the trick is, with CRM is it's a tool, right, that I said it monitors, it helps you build process, but it doesn't build process for you. And then it helps you forecast, it helps you look into the future. But I think what a lot of people realize is just because you put you don't realize is that just because you put a CRM into an organization, people all of a sudden aren't going to just perform better and be more accountable than they were in the past. Yeah. You just have eyes on it. And so that's the cultural piece.
Just because you put gas in the car, it doesn't go.
Yeah, it's driving that accountability.
That's it.
And setting clear expectations and working with your team to meet the expectations or understand, what areas they need to work on. And so, there's a lot of work that our CRM team is doing right now on kind of sales accelerator tools where they're looking at, the market share or looking at ways to calculate deal participation in a way that's more tangible than, I wrote that one up and we lost it to the competition. Well, why? Were we in front of them at the right time? Was it our product? Was it the way you sold it? Was it the pricing? And so, companies are looking for more intelligence as to why they're not growing.